Julie Chrisley officially released from federal prison. Hello, everyone. Welcome back for another video. I hope everyone's having a great day. Before watching the video, please subscribe and like it. Julie Chrisley has officially been released from federal prison. Her husband, Todd Chrisley, was released earlier this evening. All of their friends and family have been waiting for this moment for as long as they have been in prison. It took longer than they had hoped. However, they are both free and back with a clean slate. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Todd Chrisley was released earlier this evening. Todd and Julie Chrisley were in federal prison for tax evasion and fraud. Julie was sentenced to 7 years, while Todd was sentenced to 12. This was a hard time for their entire family. Their daughter, Savannah, had to take in her 2 younger siblings, Grayson and Chloe. She sent Grayson off to college, watched him graduate, and got him ready for prom, and their parents missed it all. However, Todd was released from the Pensacola prison earlier this evening. Savannah was there to pick him up whenever he was ready to go. They are going to go back to their home and reunite with the rest of their family and all of their friends. This was a big moment for everyone involved. TMZ has reported that Julie Chrisley has officially been released from federal prison. While Savannah was getting Todd, Grayson went to get Julie. They wanted them to be able to leave as soon as possible. Julie was in a prison located in Kentucky. This is a bittersweet moment for their children. Grayson is going to take Julie home, where she and Todd can reunite for the first time in years. It has also been revealed that they are going to show all of the reunion videos on their new show on Lifetime. So fans will get to see the raw reactions of their friends and family when they get back home. It seems as though Grayson got to pick up his mother and bring her home. Todd and Julie are going to get to reunite at their home for the first time in years. This is going to be a special moment between the two. However, it will be filmed and shown on their new Lifetime show. Fans cannot wait to see the clips of this. What do you think? Are you happy she is released? Sound off in the comments below. We would love to hear your thoughts on this situation. Julie Chrisley officially released from federal prison. Julie Chrisley has officially been released from federal prison, marking a significant development in a case that has captivated audiences across the nation. Known for her role on the reality television show chronicling the lives of her family, Chrisley's release comes after serving time for convictions related to financial crimes. The release occurred quietly with no major public event or statement from the Chrisley family immediately following the news. However, the announcement has stirred strong reactions across social media, where fans and critics alike have followed every twist in the legal saga that led to Julie and her husband Todd Chrisley being sentenced in separate federal facilities. Julie Chrisley had been serving her sentence at a facility in Lexington, Kentucky, where she was ordered to report in early January last year. Her conviction was related to charges including bank fraud, tax evasion, and conspiracy to defraud the United States, stemming from allegations that she and her husband conspired to submit false documents to banks in order to obtain millions of dollars in loans while simultaneously avoiding federal income taxes. Throughout the legal process, the Chrisleys maintained their innocence and vowed to appeal the decision. The appeals process has been ongoing, and it remains unclear how Julie's early release may be connected to legal developments or sentence reductions. Federal guidelines allow for reductions in sentences under certain conditions, including good behavior participation in rehabilitation programs or changes in sentencing policy. Her husband Todd Chrisley remains incarcerated and is continuing to serve his sentence at a separate facility in Florida. The couple's children have been vocal about their support for both parents during the time of incarceration, often posting updates and reflections online. Their daughter Savannah Chrisley has taken on a major role in caring for her younger siblings and has remained a public face for the family as they navigate this period of separation. Julie's release is expected to have a significant impact on the Chrisley family dynamic and public perception of the case. Supporters of the family view the development as a hopeful turning point, while others continue to raise questions about accountability and justice in white-collar crime cases involving high-profile individuals. The reality series, which once documented the daily lives and challenges of the Chrisley family, has been off the air since the sentencing, but reports have surfaced about possible media deals or future documentary projects centered on the family's legal journey and personal recovery. Whether Julie Chrisley will return to the public eye remains to be seen, but her release has reignited interest in the family's story and how they may choose to tell it moving forward. Legal experts have noted that her release does not erase the conviction, but it does signal a new chapter for Julie personally and potentially for the ongoing legal battles that still loom over the family. The appeals process for both Julie and Todd is still active and may continue to bring further developments in the coming months. The Chrisleys rose to national prominence through their reality show, which portrayed them as a close-knit family navigating life with humor, faith, and luxury. Their legal troubles brought a sharp contrast to that image, revealing a more complicated reality behind the scenes. The public fascination with the case has reflected broader cultural conversations around wealth, celebrity, and justice in the United States. Julie Chrisley's release adds a new dimension to that narrative. Whether it leads to reconciliation, reflection, or a return to the spotlight, it marks a pivotal moment in a story that has already spanned years and touched many. As of now, no official statement has been issued by Julie Chrisley or her representatives, but sources close to the family suggest that she is focused on reconnecting with her children and resuming some sense of normal life after more than a year behind bars. The full implications of her release are still unfolding, and the public will likely continue to watch closely as the next steps become clear. Todd Chrisley was released earlier this evening. Todd Chrisley was released from federal custody earlier this evening, marking a major development in a legal journey that has held public attention since his sentencing. The former reality television star, known for his role as the patriarch of a family featured in a widely viewed show, was serving time on federal convictions related to financial crimes. His release comes after a significant period away from public life and amid ongoing legal appeals. Chrisley was previously incarcerated at a facility in Florida, where he had been serving his sentence since the court ruling that found him guilty of charges including bank fraud and tax evasion. The federal case alleged that Chrisley and his wife submitted false documents to financial institutions to obtain large loans while also avoiding tax obligations. The couple consistently denied the charges and maintained their innocence throughout the trial and the aftermath. This evening, his release was confirmed by multiple sources close to the family, though there was no immediate formal statement from Chrisley himself or his legal representatives. The Chrisley family has remained vocal and visible during his time behind bars, with their daughter taking on a prominent role in the care of her younger siblings and speaking publicly about the ongoing legal battle and the emotional toll it has taken on the family. Julie Chrisley had recently been released from her own facility, and her return home had already drawn renewed media attention to the case. With both parents now out of federal custody, the focus will likely shift to what comes next for the family and whether they plan to re-enter public life through media appearances, interviews, or potential new projects. Supporters of the family have celebrated the news online, while critics continue to express concern over what they see as leniency for high-profile figures convicted of serious offenses. Legal analysts have noted that reductions in federal sentences can occur based on various factors, including behavior in custody, participation in rehabilitation programs, or changes to sentencing policies. However, no specific reason for Todd Chrisley's release has been publicly confirmed. The Chrisleys became famous for a show that presented their family as glamorous, humorous, and faith-driven, offering viewers a peek into their luxurious lifestyle and strong family bonds. Their legal troubles cast a different light on that image, drawing scrutiny to their financial dealings and lifestyle. The case became a prominent example in discussions about accountability and fairness in the justice system, especially for public figures. Now that Todd Chrisley is no longer in custody, questions remain about the future for him and his family. Will they return to the spotlight? Will they continue to fight their convictions? Will they choose privacy over publicity? Moving forward, the public will likely remain interested in how this chapter unfolds. As of now, the Chrisley family has not released a statement, but those close to them suggest their focus is on healing and spending time together after a long period of separation. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.